on a cold November evening, and I wore it home through the rain without believing I needed someone's warmth. But there it was, all the same, wrapped around my shoulders like a small unspoken flame. The coat smelled like cedar and something I could not place, like autumn in a bookshop, like a quietly familiar face. A borrowed coat on a cold night fits better than your own somehow. A borrowed coat in the dim light is a kindness and a vow that someone saw you shivering and gave you what they had. A borrowed coat on a cold night is the opposite of sad. I kept it for a week longer than I probably should have done, and wore it on a Sunday morning, walking in the early sun. It made me stand a little taller, like I knew where I belong. A borrowed coat can carry you in someone else's quiet song. The coat smelled like cedar and something I could not place, like autumn in a bookshop, like a quietly familiar face. A borrowed coat on a cold night fits better than your own somehow. A borrowed coat in the dim light is a kindness and a vow that someone saw you shivering and gave you what they had. A borrowed coat on a cold night is the opposite of sad. I left it on her doorstep with a small jar of honey and a card that said thank you in the clearest way I knew. She sent a single message back: I am glad it kept you warm. A borrowed coat between two people is a shelter from the storm. The coat smelled like cedar and something I could not place, like autumn in a bookshop, like a quietly familiar face. A borrowed coat on a cold night fits better than your own somehow. A borrowed coat in the dim light is a kindness and a vow that someone saw you shivering and gave you what they had. A borrowed coat on a cold night is the opposite of sad. A borrowed coat between two people is how a friendship starts to grow. A borrowed coat through the cold season is everything we need to know that warmth is always meant for sharing, and kindness never costs too much. A borrowed coat on a cold night is the gentlest kind of touch. amber somewhere after 3 o'clock, when the light slants low across the table and the clock ticks slower than it ought to, and the coffee has gone warm, and everything is golden in the eye of the afternoon storm. I do not fight the amber, I do not check the time. I let the afternoon carry me through its slow and golden rhyme. Amber afternoon, coming through the glass. Amber afternoon, telling me this too shall pass, but slowly and so sweetly that I do not want to rush. Amber afternoon is falling like a very gentle hush. The dust motes in the amber light are floating without care, and the cat has found the warmest square of gold upon the stair. A book lies open face down by my elbow on the chair, and the amber afternoon surrounds us everywhere. I do not fight the amber, I do not check the time. I let the afternoon carry me through its slow and golden rhyme. Amber afternoon, coming through the glass. Amber afternoon, telling me this too shall pass, but slowly and so sweetly that I do not want to rush. Amber afternoon is falling like a very gentle hush. Before the amber deepens into something closer to the night, and the lamp inside the room becomes the only real light. But I have had my hour in the golden afternoon air, and carry it inside me like a very answered prayer. I do not fight the amber, I do not check the time. I let the afternoon carry me through its slow and golden rhyme. Amber afternoon, coming through the glass. Amber afternoon, telling me this too shall pass, but slowly and so sweetly that I do not want to rush. Amber afternoon is falling like a very gentle hush. Amber afternoon, faithful, coming every single day. Amber afternoon, grateful for the time we chose to stay in the slow and golden quiet of the hours in between. Amber afternoon is always the most beautiful I've seen. copper kettle on the stove has been there since before my grandmother first learned to make the tea she always poured. Its bottom shows the rings of all the years it held the flame, and it sings a different note now, but the song is still the same. The water climbing slowly through the morning dark and still, the kettle finding its voice at the window on the sill. Copper kettle singing in the early morning gray. Copper kettle bringing all the warmth to start the day. There is nothing more reliable than water meeting heat. Copper kettle singing makes the morning feel complete. I fill it from the tap and set it on the flame to climb, and stand beside the window watching morning turn to time. The birds begin their counting and the street starts up below, and the copper kettle reaches for the note I love the most. The water climbing slowly through the morning dark and still, the kettle finding its voice at the window on the sill. Copper kettle singing in the early morning gray. Copper kettle bringing all the warmth to start the day. There is nothing more reliable than water meeting heat. Copper kettle singing makes the morning feel complete. My daughter asked me once why I keep this old copper thing, when electric kettles boil faster and do not need to sing. I told her that some mornings need a note before they start, and the copper kettle knows exactly where to find my heart. The water climbing slowly through the morning dark and still, the kettle finding its voice at the window on the sill. Copper kettle singing, copper kettle singing in the early morning gray. Copper kettle bringing, copper kettle bringing, copper kettle bringing all the warmth to start the day. There is nothing more reliable than water meeting heat. Copper kettle singing makes the morning feel complete. Copper kettle faithful, copper kettle faithful through the decades and the change. Copper kettle grateful, copper kettle grateful, copper kettle grateful for the small and steady range of mornings that it serves us with the truest kind of song. Copper kettle singing all the mornings long. In June the elder trees put out their white and creamy flowers, and I pick the heads in bunches through the early morning hours. before the bees have found them, and the day grows warm and tall, and the white umbrellas cluster at the top of every wall. I bring them home in baskets and steep them with the lemon rind. Elderflower and summer are the sweetest state of mind. Elderflower summer, white and soft and new. Elderflower summer, pale against the blue. I will make a cordial and drink it through July. Elderflower summer helps the summer days go by. The syrup takes 3 days to make with patience and the cold. A slow and quiet process, like a story being told. And when it is finally bottled and the labels have been placed, the summer has a vessel and a soft and floral taste. I bring them home in baskets and steep them with the lemon rind. Elderflower and summer are the sweetest state of mind. Elderflower summer, white and soft and new. Elderflower summer, pale against the blue. I will make a cordial and drink it through July. Elderflower summer helps the summer days go by. September, when the elder bears its dark and heavy berry, and the cordial is all but gone, and the garden is less merry, I think about the morning in June when the world smelled white and sweet, and put a bottle in the cupboard for the winter's coming sleet. I bring them home in baskets and steep them with the lemon rind. Elderflower and summer are the sweetest state of mind. Elderflower summer, white and soft and new. Elderflower summer, pale against the blue. I will make a cordial and drink it through July. Elderflower summer helps the summer days go by. Elderflower summer, brief and beautiful and free. Elderflower summer, come again for me. Every June the elder opens like a letter from the sun. Elderflower summer, always just begun. She cuts the pomegranate over a white ceramic bowl, and the seeds fall in like rubies from a winter-colored soul. The kitchen fills with something between sweetness and a bite, a fruit that tastes exactly like the middle of the night. Each seed holds a small universe of tart and sweet combined. Each one is a little winter that she carries in her mind. Pomegranate winter, fallen snow. Pomegranate winter, the sweetest thing I know. When the world goes cold and colorless and everything turns gray, pomegranate winter brings the color back to stay. She served them on a Friday with a soft white cheese and bread, and a glass of dark red wine beside the candle by the bed. The kitchen window open just enough to let the cold mix with all the warmth inside and make the evening gold. Each seat holds a small universe of tart and sweet combined. Each one is a little winter that she carries in her mind. Pomegranate winter, red against the fallen snow. Pomegranate winter, the sweetest thing I know. When the world goes cold and colorless and everything turns gray, pomegranate winter brings the color back to stay. I think of pomegranates when December drags its feet, as a proof that even winter holds a small and hidden sweet. The patience through the bare and empty months will bring a gift, a red and ruby morning that is powerful and swift. Each seed holds a small universe of tart and sweet combined. Each one is a little winter that she carries in her mind. Pomegranate winter, red against the fallen snow. Pomegranate winter, the sweetest thing I know. When the world goes cold and colorless and everything turns gray, pomegranate winter brings the color back to stay. Pomegranate winter, teach me how to wait for spring. Pomegranate winter, small and bright and everything. Every seed a little promise, every bite a little sun. Pomegranate winter is where the joy has just begun. The rain begins at midnight and I hear it on the glass above the bed where I am lying, letting the night pass. Each drop a small percussion on the skylight overhead, and I close my eyes and let it fill the quiet of the bed. There is no finer ceiling than a skylight in the rain, the whole sky falling gently on the window pane. Rain on the skylights drumming through the dark and through the deep. Rain on the skylights coming, lulling everything to sleep. I have never felt the glass and storm. Rain on the skylights above me is the sound that makes me warm. Come morning, all the city wears a washed in silver look, and the pigeons on the rooftop shake themselves like pages of a book. The coffee is already made and steam is in the air, and the skylight holds the gray and white beyond all compare. There is no finer ceiling than a skylight in the rain, the whole sky falling gently on the window pane. Rain on the skylights strumming through the dark and through the deep. Rain on the skylights coming, lulling everything to sleep. I have never felt more sheltered than beneath the glass and storm. Rain on the skylights above me is the sound that makes me warm. I have lived in rooms without skylights, and they are perfectly fine. But a room with the sky in the ceiling gives you something like a sign that the world above you matters, and the weather has a voice. And to sleep beneath an open sky is always a good choice. There is no finer ceiling than a skylight in the rain, the whole sky falling gently on the window pane. Rain on the skylights strumming through the dark and through the deep. Rain on the skylights coming, lulling everything to sleep. I have never felt more sheltered than beneath the glass and storm. Rain on the skylights above me is the sound that makes me warm. Rain on the skylights faithful, every season, every year. Rain on the skylights grateful for the hearts that stop to hear. May you always have a skylight, may the rain always find you in. Rain on the skylights above you is where the quiet days begin. He has walked the same route every morning since the 80s, past the baker and the greengrocer, and all the little ladies who wait for him at windows with their eyes upon the gate. A postman and his village in a conversation straight. He knows which houses get the most, and which ones wait in hope, and which doors need an extra knock, and which ones barely cope. The postman's route through the village, every morning, rain or shine. The postman's route through the village follows such a faithful line. Letters and the bills together, good news and the sad as one. The postman's route through the day is done. He stops sometimes to chat a while with someone at the step, and notes when someone seems unwell or when the gate needs a new peg. He once called for help when an old man did not answer at his door. The postman's route is more than letters, it is something more. He knows which houses get the most, and which ones wait in hope, and which doors need an extra knock, and which ones barely cope. The postman's route through the village, every morning, rain or shine. The postman's route through the village follows such a faithful line. Letters and the bills together, good news and the sad as one. The postman's route through the village, long before the day is done. Retired, the village gave him tea and a framed map of every road and lane and path. He wore a groove across. He thanked them all and said the route had given more to him than he had ever given it in every season and the dim. He knows which houses get the most, and which ones wait in hope, and which doors need an extra knock, and which ones barely cope. The postman's route through the village, every morning, rain or shine. The postman's route through the village follows such a faithful line. Letters and the bills together, good news and the sad as one. The postman's route through the village, long before the day is done. The postman's route is finished now, but the village still remembers every door he ever knocked on through the Julys and Decembers. Faithful work done faithfully is the best that we can give. The postman's route through the village is how I want to live. There is a reading lamp beside the chair that I call mine, with a shade the color of old honey and a warm and steady shine. It comes on in the evenings when the daylight starts to go, and makes a little island in the middle of the room's soft glow. I drag my chair beside it, and I open up a page, and the lamp and I together disappear from age to age. The reading lamp is on again, the night has settled in. The reading lamp is calling me to where the words begin. Every evening that I sit here, something old becomes made new. The reading lamp beside me is the truest light I knew. with a book I had not seen. And when I asked him what he read, he always smiled and said, "The best worlds are the quiet ones you find inside your head." I drag my chair beside it, and I open up a page, and the lamp and I together disappear from age to age. The reading lamp is on again, the night has settled in. The reading lamp is calling me to where the words begin. Every evening that I sit here, something old becomes made new. The reading lamp beside me is the truest light I knew. Some nights I fall asleep there with a book across my chest, and wake to find the lamp still on and the house at its rest, and think how kind it is of light to wait for us to wake, and not give up on us at all for the lamp and the book's sake. I drag my chair beside it, and I open up a page, and the lamp and I together disappear from age to age. The reading lamp is on again, the night has settled in. The reading lamp is calling me to where the words begin. Every evening that I sit here, something old becomes made new. The reading lamp beside me is the truest light I knew. The reading lamp burns steady through the years and through the nights. The reading lamp is ready for the long and lovely flights into all the worlds that wait us on the shelves and on the floor. The reading lamp beside me is the one I am living for. He works with a loop pressed to his eye, and the world made very small, and his hands move like a language that requires no words at all. Each tiny gear he lifts with tweezers thin as winter light, and sets it in its place before the mechanism is right. The watchmaker's hands are steady through the smallest of the small. The watchmaker's hands are ready for the hidden parts of all. The watchmaker's hands are moving slower than the second hand. The watchmaker's hands are proving that the finest things are planned, with patience and with silence and a magnifying eye. The watchmaker's hands are knowing how to make the moments fly. He learned the trade from someone who learned it from someone before, and the watches toys on the shelf behind and go back to before the war. Each one a different story of a wrist that kept it warm. Each one a small commitment to outlasting every storm. The watchmaker's hands are steady through the smallest of the small. The watchmaker's hands are ready for the hidden parts of all. The watchmaker's hands are moving slower than the second hand. The watchmaker's hands are proving that the finest things are planned. With patience and with silence and a magnifying eye, the watchmaker's hands are knowing how to make the moments fly. I brought my grandmother's watch to him one autumn afternoon. He opened up the case back with a reverence like a boom, and said the mechanism only needed a small clean. He handed it back ticking, and I wept for what it meant. The watchmaker's hands are steady through the smallest of the small. The watchmaker's hands are ready for the hidden parts of all. The watchmaker's hands are moving slower than the second hand. The watchmaker's hands are proving that the finest things are planned. With patience and with silence and a magnifying eye, the watchmaker's hands are knowing how to make the moments fly. The watchmaker's hands remind me that the smallest things have weight. The watchmaker's hands, they find me in the very small and great. May we all have someone steady with the patience and the care. The watchmaker's hands are ready for whatever needs repair.